All right, so before you think I clickbaited you, Iron Harvest is going to be free to play November 25th through December 1st. Let's start the video. Hey, what is going on YouTube too? Sketchy coming at you. We have some Iron Harvest news that we need to talk about, but I'm gonna go through this as fast as possible. So, all right, let's do this. Like I said, I'm gonna get through this as fast as possible because I'm most likely going to make a video for the official Iron Harvest channel. But do you like the party? That's what it says here. Anyways, this is gonna be the #1 requested item on the list because a lot of people want to team up with their partners. As you can tell here by this GIF, you're gonna be able to invite your friends essentially. You can queue up for quick, ranked, and or custom matches, and also allow you to play and call up with up to 3 other players. So grab some of your loyal commanders and yeah, have at them. Besides that, we are on the Epic Game Store now, which, hold on, can we take a second? Because I remember a long time ago, a couple months ago actually, where a lot of players were like, oh, I can't believe you might be going Epic Games Store exclusive, and now people like, but where are the Epic Game Store at? Can you guys make your mind up already? Because what the hell? And it's just a client. I don't know why people are complaining. Anyways, it's gonna be on sale over there, so go ahead and hop on there if you want to get yourself an epic copy. More dynamic and responsive infantry and combat. So following your feedback, we continue our commitment to improve infantry responsiveness and combat aspects of the game. So essentially, they can shoot faster when you give them the order to, and some of them even kneel down for a more dynamic experience. All right, so general changes. A lot of these general changes are things that I never knew existed, and or not that's, you know, I don't really care about half of this stuff, but they sneak in really important aspects of the changes in here from time to time. So let's get through them as fast as possible. Improved save game system to make saving and loading quicker. Fix various bugs that broke save games when save happened under specific conditions. This resulted in save game files loading only as far as 70, not the other way around, 97%. If you still have issues, please contact Iron Doctor on the Discord. Enabled the Saxony Stiefmutter mech now to properly attack move when ordered. Do you see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. If we wouldn't have read that, we wouldn't have known that you can now attack move with the Stiefmutter. Really cool. Fix issues with Olga MG infantry's transitioning into aiming stance, resulting in issues with infantry they killed. I didn't know that was a thing, but good they fixed it. Fixed the related issues where killed unit models for infantry squads did not properly dial while the squad is entering a structure. Thank you very much. Enabled the Rusviet mech ability rally call, now negate suppression and healing effects. I didn't know. So his ability didn't really work, which is also a very niche ability that he has. It's the one where he goes kink. Anyways, enabled destroyed mechs to functionally reveal the fog of war for a short duration, not just visually. Improved scripting on Polania's first and second Rusviet campaign missions. Oh, interesting. Improved scripting. Okay, so it's more campaign stuff. I thought we were done doing campaign stuff. Made UI improvements for game menus as well as in-game. Improved visualization. That's a big word, of destroyed barbed wire sandbags. All right. So did a little tweak. Cool. Improvement mechs from breaking sandbags and barbed wire that are still under construction. Oh, prevent it. Sorry, not improvement. So mechs cannot destroy or break sandbags while they're under construction. Interesting. Improved curved sandbag segments, so it should now be possible to enter cover in both sides of curved sandbags. Okay, so you weren't allowed to get on the other side. Got it. Fixed a bug that prevented grenades and sticky bombs from being consistent across save and load games. Okay, fixed cavalry stick bombs so that they always hit their target. All right. Fixed failed outcomes accidentally visually resetting in Saxony's first campaign. Okay, so we're back in the campaign again. And enabled resource structures to now play their animations while being upgraded. All right, cool. So unfortunately, while this mech ton of important changes, the consequences that save. Okay, so your save files are corrupted. That happens every time they do some sort of big change like this. Balance changes. Let's get through these as fast as possible. All right. So a garrison unit's damage against units in buildings has been decreased overall to create fewer situations in which cover provides far more protection than being in a house or bunker. Wow, this is actually a big deal because a lot of the units that you put inside of a building actually die before units that you have outside of the building, which it's essentially not as bad as it used to be. Putting a unit inside of a building pretty much said, good luck, figure it out. All right, gunners, they had higher HP because the reason they had higher HP was to combat mechs, but The perception of the difference is higher than we had anticipated, so they have decreased it about 25 points per model, so they're a little squishier. Medics, we're now getting to a point where medics is pretty much good without risking their overuse. So heal cooldown decreased actually, so you're going to be able to heal a little bit more. I thought the heal was a bit too long, but now you can it went from 50 to 25 seconds, so that's actually a pretty big decrease. So now you can heal more often. Barbed wire. So for our recent focus on very high skilled players use barbed wire, and unintentional effective players use their tools. Therefore, as first step to readiness, their ability reverted their cost. All right, so decreased cost from 15 to 10. Huddersfield in general are the least chosen faction, and therefore they've received some slight buffs. Interesting. Grozas, Ognivos, and Kolokos. So the Grozas increase HP, gotcha, increase damage by 10 to light, by 10 to medium, and by 10 to heavy. Alright, so an overall buff to the Groza. Ognivo. Contrary to the memes, our data tells us this beautiful mech is still, and has been for a long time now, the most built Rusviet mech. You know why? Because people want it to be good, and they're just gonna keep playing. It is good, I'm not gonna lie, but its increased HP is gonna help it survive a little bit longer, and increase flame radius, which is 0.6 extra to get to a wonderful 4. All right, I would like, in the future, I would like to see what that measurement is. What does 4 look like? You know, like, I kind of want to see Iron Harvest team just take a screenshot of like a mech and a person right next to each other, and just give me a measurement. What does 10 measurement look like? You know, just an example, so we can have a reference to how big this actually is. Anyways, Koloko bomber mech. This is the one that shoots bowling balls off the top of its head. Its low range and difficult to hit moving targets are now further compensated for higher damage. This is good. Believe it or not, this is good, because these are early game mechs that made it not viable for Russia to even play them. You know what I mean? So buffs to stuff like this might encourage people to build said Ognivo Kolokol. The only problem that Rusviet are still having, and the reason why it is, you know, the least faction, but this one's the most being built, is the fact that their buildings cost so much. Polania's buildings go down first, so that means they're gonna have a lot stronger offensive in the early game, and then you're just gonna have to play catch up, which you don't have the money because they're suppressing you so much. And this is again higher tier players, so they're gonna have to compensate for the people that play lower tier games. So there's this there's balance between the units, and balance between the players, and then balance between the factions. It's just like, well, how do we get in between so everyone's kind of happy? Does that make sense? I hope so. Anyways, Saxony, Earl König artillery mech. While Polania's Monster has been repeatedly buffed, the Earl König has been neglected. Poor Earl König. Anyways, its damage increased by, by a lot. The light armor, what is that? 5, 20, and 40? That's 65. Yeah, that's 65. That's 65 extra damage right here to light armor. And then just a slight increase to heavy and so it does the same amount of damage to light as it does, same amount of damage to medium as it does to heavy. Okay. Anyways, it's been a busy month, and yet there's still more to come. Drop zone game mode is coming this week. All right, so let's talk about this little drop zone mode that's coming out that I'm pretty excited for. So drop zone players are going to collect stockpiles that are airdropped across the map. The first player to collect enough victory points wins. Multiple drop zones can drop simultaneously and take time to collect. Protecting drop zone stockpiles while securing future drop zones is key to victory. Drop zones will be available for all existing skirmish maps and can be played skirmish, ranked, quick match, custom matches. The team is in close touch with the community. Yep, they are. All right, so this drop zone thing is actually kind of interesting, because several months back, me and several other people that you might have heard of, Kada, Stock Overflow, Shader, Ellipses, Zyron, and Vipicen, we've put together a massive document prior to its full launch, giving them some suggestions, and we kind of just snuck this in there. We sent them an email like, hey, check this out. This is what we suggest should happen. And while this drop zone thing came out, I was like, hold on. We sort of suggested this. It's different. It's interpreted differently because we came up with solutions for how weapon crates should be distributed. What we thought the problem was, and then we gave them suggestions, suggestion 1, suggestion 2, and one of them was to have random drops of weapons mirrored for each player, but not have a designated crate location on the start of the game, so sort of have a timer. Anyways, it doesn't really matter, but it's cool to see an interpretation of this into a completely separate mode. Anyways, besides that, we also have an ESL tournament. Now, this is pretty cool because this is the same structure as we had prior to its release. This is the This is the preseason tournament that happened back in August. So there are going to be 4 qualifiers and then 1 final. I will most likely be casting all of these games with the help of Red Rupee. So this tournament, by the way, is going to be a Swiss system, 6 rounds. Each top qualifier, top 1 qualifies into the next finals. Top 2 receives some money, prize money. Ka-ching, ka-ching. There's a decent amount of money here, by the way. That's a good amount of money here. I think it's a 5,000 total prize pool available for this tournament. So if you're interested, go ahead and sign up here, and I will be seeing you streaming and casting over your games. Hope you enjoy yourself. But besides that, some more changes coming up, some new season trees, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days from now as we are dissecting into the next roadmap. Also, before I forget, there's going to be a new Rusvit Revolution add-on to explore the mysterious Rasputin over 4 single-player maps. This is going to release December 17th. These maps will be free to all Kickstarter backers and Iron Harvest Deluxe Edition owners. Also, everyone else can get the Rusvit Revolution for about £4 through Steam, Epic, and COG. Here's a little artwork for it, and we're definitely going to be playing this one on the channel. Alright, just get you out. Peace.